as we walk this walk, as people who have come through a legacy of oppression through this country, but have continued to rise up and continue to endure and be resilient. What solutions do you give to, I guess, one, to professionals who are doing this type of thing, to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves, but also for those who are in our communities that are seeking help, that are seeking knowledge, that are seeking a way out, they're seeking the Dr. Phillips, they're seeking the body rights. What solutions do you provide to our communities and our peers?
Ladies first, or you want me to? I can go first. It's up to you.
Yo.
Ladies first.
All right.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips. Thank you, Jarvis, for that question. Thank you, Zeb, again, for having us on. Really appreciate this and appreciate this conversation. So first, I want to actually speak to the activists and advocates that are out there, because they're on literally the front lines, challenging and pushing the systems in various ways, whether they're out there leading or organizing protests, and it takes incredible mental strength and work to do that, whether they're trying to sit down at the table with decision makers and policy makers to challenge, to change, to force change, to argue for change, whether they're in the courts doing this. It takes a toll. And if you don't take care of yourself, you will, like my great aunt used to tell me, my great aunt Minnie, she said, take care of yourself, because if you don't sit down, life will sit you down. So I encourage them to, go in, especially if you know you are in the fight and giving your energy that way. Go ahead and schedule out your appointments with a mental health professional. In addition to make sure that you're following up at the very least, because this is essential, with your primary care physician, because they should be coordinating your care and they can help you tremendously. So first, I really want to say that, because the work that you are doing is incredible, and it is taxing on the body, it's taxing on the soul, it's taxing on the mind. And having that place, that safe space to truly evaluate and replenish and to sort out various things that you're experiencing, because while you're out there, you're receiving so much mixed information all around you, and some of it is very detrimental to your soul. Secondly, to those that are maybe not activists and advocates, however, they are experiencing life and the challenges and the storms that life brings, understand that the statement, oh, someone can have it worse, is self-deprecating, or someone has it worse, so I shouldn't complain. Because you are aware of your circumstances, or because you are aware of how you are experiencing life right now, does not mean that you are complaining. I believe in the Lord. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. So I say that before I say the statement. We are created not to be living in silos. We are created as relational beings. We are not meant to face life alone. So therefore, you have resources available to you. You do not need to think that your world is falling apart, that, oh, well, I just have to sit back and take it. There are professionals out here to really help you, to pour into your strengths and help you see your strengths in order to face life. It doesn't mean your storms are not going to go away, but how you face your storm and how you're able to move through the storm can change. It can change your perspective, it can change your outlook, and it can change the outcome. To my professionals in the industry, the professionals of color, to the counselors of color, I'm talking about Native Americans, my Black and brown professionals, continuously push and challenge against the theories that we learn, because the vast majority of them were designed and created by a European American or European for European Americans or Europeans. So in other words, they're created in a very white, small box, because even within a lot of them, when you really look into it, they studied within their own community. They didn't really go far. Some of them just studied within their own family. So continue to push. You think about wanting to research and develop, do it. We need more researchers of color. We need more theorists of color, understanding the experience and the perspective. And to those that are not counselors of color, question what you're learning and why you're being told such a limited view. And respect each soul that enters your office for the soul and the individual being that they are, and listen to their story and how they're experiencing their world, and listen for their distress, and to check your biases at the door.